people that we used to report on. Yeah, my mama, she said, "You holding out in time? Where the money at?" I said, "I don't know. If you find it, let me know." One of the people that we used to report on was Bishop Lamor. We don't know if his name was Lamor Whitehead. But it comes to find out that Bishop Lamor Whitehead, who was the flashy bishop that was showing his house and didn't really have a job. We didn't know where his income was coming from. I had a couple different lawyers that came up and showed me lawsuits that was against him that showed that he was finessing people out of their money. He also was the bishop that largely was advertising himself by showing that he had got robbed during a live stream at his storefront church over in New York. Y'all remember him? Y'all don't remember him? Here, let me bring you up to speed of who he is.
Confrontation during a Sunday sermon in Brooklyn landed 2 people behind bars, including a bishop who argues he was protecting his family.
CBS 2's Anton Daniels spoke with both people involved and has the video from Canarsie.
We're going to pause right here.
During a live stream Sunday service at Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, Bishop Lamor Miller Whitehead appears to get disrupted.
You want to come preach? You want to come preach? You want to come preach? Come on up here. Come on up here.
The bishop says it all started when 2 women came into the church.
Look at this preacher. Listen, I've seen a lot of preachers in my lifetime. And I know y'all got this new age thing where the preachers can get as young as possible and they can have a criminal record and they can have you know what I'm saying, a pathway to scamming that they've been scamming for a long time and they've been finessing. It's a lot of people out here that's finessing women and they selling you noni juice and all of this stuff, right? And I know we got a new age where they say, oh, preachers need to get younger and they need to be life coaches and they got to have chains, planes, and automobiles and all of this stuff, right? But the reality is this. This is the reality. The harsh truth is that I believe that people will listen to anything at this point. They're looking so much for a savior that they're not even looking for a person that's going to teach them how to fish. They're just looking for somebody that gives them the good optics. The only thing that matters is the optics. And so this was him. This is not the current story. I'm bringing y'all up to speed on how we discovered him in the first place.
Mid-sermon.
One of my ministers told them that you cannot record. You can't record. And they began to make a scene.
Police say when a woman was asked to stop recording and leave, she began to antagonize the bishop and approach him on stage.
They take pictures and they want to be on social media. Take the pictures. Take the pictures.
As she walks past Bishop Whitehead, he appears to grab her from behind and they move off camera.
I've seen her walk in front of me, going at my wife and my daughter, and I grabbed her.
He says he was worried about his family and thinking back to the moment in July when he was robbed at gunpoint during a sermon streamed live online.
That's the only thing that I can remember. This lady had a bag under her arm and she was going after my wife.
The woman in the video, 47-year-old Tarsha Howard, was arrested and charged with trespass and disrupting a religious service. She showed us her injury and made a brief statement.
I am telling you right now that I did not charge after his wife. It's on video and everyone can see that I was the one that was assaulted. And after this statement, he will hear from my attorney.
The bishop was also taken into custody, but shortly after released, now criticizing the NYPD's handling of the incident.
I was treated like a criminal, so I went from the pulpit to the cell for no reason. The New York Police Department failed me and failed my church.
The NYPD says because of crowd control, both the bishop and Howard were taken to the 69th precinct for further investigation. Bishop Whitehead says he wants the NYPD to take action so there are no copycat crimes. In Canarsie, Brooklyn, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS 2 News.
Now, remember, the bishop was out here grabbing up chicks in the church, going off on the police department. Allegedly, we don't know if it was a scam or not. We don't know if he was really getting robbed, but he went viral for getting robbed. And then he started going back and forth with celebrities online talking about pull up and we can box and all of this stuff, right? And so it's crazy to me. And you know what the craziest thing to me is if you are a criminal if you out here finessing the people, if you out here scamming, if you got PPP loans in your name, if you're stealing money from somebody, if you owe somebody something or something like that, the thing that you should probably do, above all, let's say that you're a victim. You know what I know about drug dealers is that what was taught to me from growing up in the hood is that drug dealers and dope dealers had the most difficult job because even though they were technically entrepreneurs, they couldn't go to the police. And so they had to deal with it themselves. And they knew because they was involved in criminal activity that they know that, listen, I can't go to police. I can't bring additional heat on myself. And that's why the Jack Boys felt so compelled to be able to try them and rob them. And then in addition to that, the dope dealers had to then make an example of them and then retaliate, or they had to protect themselves. And it became a much more difficult life because the dope boys, they operated on the honor and the code to where, listen, we're not going to rob regular people. And this is back in the day. Now they'll rob anybody. We're not going to rob regular people, but the dope boys, they full game. Even on The Wire, Omar lived by a code. The code was, listen, I'm going after the dope dealers. They just got to pay their fair share. It was just like Biden. They're going to pay their fair share. Okay? Now, it's similar to what we see on these new social media. The users are now the celebrities. The ones that take the pills, the ones that take the dope is now the celebrities, right? And so now they've walked away from the code, and it's no longer, well, listen, if I'm out here finessing and scamming and PPP loans, I'm not going to lay low. See, the people used to tear up and poison the community, but they were at least smarter in understanding, listen, I'm not going to bring no heat to myself. Even if you watch the movie American Gangster, the way that Denzel got caught up on that movie wasn't because he was bad at business. It was because he listened to his wife and started wearing a chinchilla at a fight. The minute that he brought visibility to himself is the minute that he started his downfall. That's when the police noticed him. That's when they started looking into him. Look, we don't really care about all of that other stuff you complaining about. You out here doing stuff dirty. But now we got a new generation of people. A new generation of people. No matter how much they scam, no matter how much they do, no matter how bad they are for the community, no matter how bad their record are, they are the Tiffany Henyards, they are the Bishop Lamor Whiteheads, they are the ones that then use it to promote themselves, the hush puppies, to promote themselves. They scam and then they get on social media and they start talking junk to celebrities. They scam and then they start getting more visible. They start going off on the police department. Boy, are you stupid? Are you dumb? Is you stupid or is you dumb? He out here going at the police department with a Fendi suit on and a royal. I don't even know. I ain't never seen no Fendi suit like that in real life because I done been to a Dior suit. I done been to the Dior store 1,000 times. Me, my daughter, my wife, we go shopping in Dior. My daughter got the Dior shoes. I'll get Dior hoodies and shirts and stuff. My wife get the purses, backpacks, everything. I ain't never seen that. Nah, I don't know if it's real or not. Maybe it's something exclusive that I ain't never seen before. But I ain't never seen that suit. But they in the loudest clothes with the biggest chains, the biggest cars, right after they get done scamming, and they live streaming on their church. Is you stupid or is you dumb? Well, recently he's been convicted on all charges of fraud.
He lost more than $1 million in jewelry during a highly publicized robbery at his Brooklyn church. Now, the so-called...
Why would you even say that I lost $1 million in jewelry? The first thing they're going to say is, well, where did you get that $1 million from? It's the reason why I feel comfortable talking my talk, because I can actually justify it through the taxes that I pay and the money that I make in all of my businesses, including in corporate America. I can show my receipts. So I don't worry about that type of stuff. Hey, man, where you get $1 million in jewelry from? Oh, that's a Dapper Dan? Listen, bro. This is bad. This is absolutely horrible.
Bling Bishop is also poised to lose his freedom. Lamor Whitehead facing decades in prison after a jury convicted him today on federal charges, including wire fraud and attempted extortion.
Federal charges. Let me say that again. Federal charges, wire fraud, extortion, This is wild. Wild. Attempted extortion, false statements, wire fraud. Boy, if you don't sit your...
Prosecutors say he ripped off a parishioner's retirement savings, and tonight her family is speaking for the first time to News 4's Chris Jose.
It's been an emotional roller coaster for the past 4 years.
Rashid Anderson relieved tonight following the conviction of Lamor Whitehead, better known as the Bling Bishop for his lavish lifestyle. A Manhattan federal jury today finding Whitehead guilty of defrauding a parishioner and trying to extort a businessman.
It's been a long time coming, and we're very happy to see that the verdict was guilty today.
Rashid's mother, Pauline Anderson, invested $90,000 of her retirement savings with Whitehead. Prosecutors said he spent the money on luxury goods at Louis Vuitton and Foot Locker and even used Anderson's money to make his car payments. Rashid.
Car payments. Louis Vuitton. Foot Locker. Yo, don't y'all got a conscience? I know, Jessica. I'm working on them. I'm working on having all of these pastors crash out. Don't y'all got a conscience? Yo, somebody gave you $90,000, not just a random $90,000. This ain't a dope dealer. This ain't a drug dude. This ain't none of that. This is 90 bands. $90,000 of somebody's retirement. $90,000 of somebody's retirement. You know, I had investors. I've had an investor go into a business deal with me. Not that I needed him or not that I needed her or whatever. But because they volunteered and they said, yo, Anton, we want to become a part of a business. And I have to admit, every single business venture that I've ever tried was not successful. Every single business venture that I've tried has not been successful. You know why I could say what I say? Hey, what's going on? This is Anton. What's up, baby?
What's going on with you?
I got a question. I'm on a live stream.
Okay.
Be absolutely, positively transparent.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Have we ever been in a business together?
Yes.
Have the business failed?
No.
Okay, cool. So when we got out of the business and you invested money, which was tens of thousands of dollars with me.
Yes.
Did you ever have a problem getting money from me?
No. I never had a problem getting money from you. Not if you owe me or if I needed it.
If you hit me up today, if I hit you up today and I said, baby girl, send me 20 grand, what would you do?
I will send it to you.
Why?
I know you're going to give it back.
Huh?
Because I know you're going to give it back.
How you know I'm going to give it back?
Because I know I trust you.
So you ain't never had a bad business deal with me?
No.
Oh,
but
my
if
God.
I did, I wouldn't give you no money. I probably wouldn't even answer your phone call.
Thank you, baby.
All right, have a good one.
All right, bye. My name is good in these streets. My name is good in these streets. Any business deal that I've ever done in my entire life, I can hit up people right now and say, hey, send me 50 bands, send me 20 bands, send me 100 bands. Right now. Right now. I ain't got one person, not one person in life could ever say that Anton ain't on top of his game. When I call people, they pick up immediately. Hey, send me 20 bands. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. It ain't one person, not one person could ever say that I owe them a dime. Not one. Not one. We do a business deal. It don't matter if it turn out good. Don't matter if it turn out bad. And I don't even ask nobody for nothing. But people hit me up sometimes that know me and they say, hey, man, I want to be a part of what you got going on over there. Oh, okay, cool. What is it going to look like? All right, we're going to run the numbers. We're going to take care of business. We're going to be on top of things or whatever. And it don't matter if it go good or well. You going to get yours. As a matter of fact, not only are you going to get yours, but I'm going to pay you first. I pay my people before I pay myself. I pay my employees, any investor, anybody that's done business with me, they know. I pay them before I pay me. That's a fact. Don't play no games. Hey, send me 25 bands. Send me 100 bands. Okay, cool. It'll be right over there later on today. Always do good business. Always do good business. I ain't never had a problem. But I don't know why these guys feel so compelled to just do whatever it is that they do, knowing that they doing bad business. Knowing that they do bad business.
Testified during the trial. You and your mother trusted this guy.
Yeah, we trusted him a lot.
Whitehead, no stranger to headlines. In July of 2022, he was robbed at gunpoint while delivering a sermon in Brooklyn. The $1 million jewelry heist caught on his church's live stream. 2 months ago, one of the men accused of the robbery killed by U.S. Marshals at a New Jersey hotel.
This was the guy that put the gun, have a gun pointed just like this.
There was all on the live stream.
Face, pointed just like this in my 8-month-old baby's face, and then had the gun to the back of my head as he ripped off my jewelry.
Whitehead not yet publicly commenting on his conviction, which also includes charges that he tried to force a Bronx businessman to lend him $500,000 while promising access to Mayor Adams. Whitehead claimed he knows the mayor on a personal level. The bishop going to social media after his arrest in December 2022.
Just because you was arrested doesn't make you guilty.
Jurors
Well, so much for that idea.
Found Whitehead guilty of wire fraud, lying to the FBI, and attempted extortion. The trial lasting 2 weeks. Rashid had prayed for today's outcome.
I do want to give thanks to God because he was the one that, revealed the truth, and I was able to go up there. Everyone was able to go up there and speak their truth.
Whitehead.
This is bad. This is absolutely unfortunate. You know why? You know why? Because it puts a black eye, justifiably, it continues to reinforce a stereotype. It continues to reinforce a stereotype that anybody can get on the pulpit, anybody can throw on some Dapper Dan hookup, all of that. Anybody can throw on a chain, and that's the end of the conversation. They don't have to actually have background receipts, justifiable, or none of that. Shout out to Stock Club.